So here is the second local newsletter that we're going to break down for you. We've already done a series on a previous newsletter. You can find that here for free on the channel. We're breaking these down so you learn how to grow, how to monetize, and how to use AI to write this. We want this to be a lifestyle business for you. We want you spending an hour a week on this, using automation tools, using free software as well in order to be able to help you do this. So you can still have your 9-to-5 job if you want to, or you can turn this into a 6-figure business and quit that 9-to-5. Spend time with the kids, wife, friends, whoever it is you want to spend time with. So this is Next in SF. This is actually up for sale right now, this newsletter. It says, be the first to know about exclusive private events in San Francisco. So from the looks of this straight away, we're not just doing general news. It's all about private events in San Francisco, giving that exclusivity to the newsletter. So before we go into exactly what this newsletter is doing, then what I want to do is just give you a summary of the information about this newsletter in terms of how much it's worth, what they're spending, how big the list size is, all those kind of things. So you can see here I have got the summary. So this is at 9,000 people at the moment on the list. Monthly revenue at the moment is 0, meaning they're not currently running any ads or anything like that. Doesn't mean they weren't making money recently, just means that right now they're actively not looking to make an income because they are trying to sell it. The asking price is 9,000, so you're looking at $1 per subscriber, which is very, very cheap. If I had a newsletter in San Francisco already, I would find that an incredibly attractive price in order to acquire subscribers at $1 per subscriber. If you're running ads, you're looking at 50 cents. So you're not paying a huge amount more, plus you've got something that's already up, running, and working. You can see the niche it says is news, although it says private events here. So we'll see how that all tallies when we break this down further. Founded on the 15th of the 1st, so we've got to 9,000 subscribers in half a year, basically. Highly engaged local newsletter in affluent San Francisco area, covering top events only. So you can see how they are deliberately targeting a niche within a niche. They haven't just gone local. We're targeting affluent areas only, looking for those top exclusive events. Open rate is 70%, which is a brilliant open rate for a local newsletter. Click-through rate is 3%. Would like to see that slightly higher for a local newsletter, but it's not awful. And also, if you're doing affluent and you're looking at sort of things like maybe, luxury car detailing or something like that, then you're looking at ads and things that are kind of a higher ticket. So even though the click-through rate is lower, you're probably going to be making more money on the back end. Churn rate is 30%. Frequency is weekly, so they're putting this out once a week. 36 issues written, so you can see they've been writing weekly since they've started. It takes them an hour to write per issue, which for a local newsletter is pretty good. They do say in the sales information for this that they're using AI. We can write a local newsletter in around about 5 minutes now using automations, and then we take about another 5, maximum 10 minutes or so in order to edit it, if there's a particular ad or something like that that we want to put into this. So if you want to know about how we do that with AI, if that's something that you want to run, then just leave me a comment. Just put AI down in the comments, and I can give you some more information. We can make a video on it if we get some more detail, enough interest, I should say. And there's also email address down in the description if you want to get moving on things a little bit faster. But it says new subscribers per month is unknown, but we are going to be able to see some of their data on the back end, so we might be able to figure that out in a bit. And then its words per newsletter is 500. So that's actually quite short for a local newsletter, which for me is very attractive because I like the idea that we're not writing a lot. We're doing the research, we're finding the events, we're summarizing them. Like I said, we'll have a look at the newsletter in a bit and see exactly what they are doing. So that's all the details behind the scenes. We can see that we have got the archive here. So we'll go through, and like I did in the previous series, we'll do a few videos focusing on different parts of writing, growth, and monetization. so you can get ideas of exactly how you could be starting a local newsletter in your local area. Tons of content on that on this channel, by the way, if you're new here. So let's click on this. So the first thing I've noticed is this is not gated. And gated means in order to be able to read the newsletter, you need to put in your email address. Now, I personally recommend that you do gate your newsletters, because what's going to happen is people will have to give you their email address, and you're just going to get a better sign up rate, especially if you're paying money for ads. You want to convert as many people as possible. What you can do, if I just go back, is up here with your featured post. You could have your featured posts up here which are not gated, so people could get a sample of what the newsletter's about. So we normally sort of recommend the 3 featured posts that you should have up here, and one of those posts is kind of the value proposition of the newsletter, the why that people should sign up, what they're going to get for it. So you can have those here and not have them gated, and people can read about the newsletter, learn what they're going to get each time, and you can still get people to subscribe from within those newsletters. We also recommend another one that's like a little bit about you. Don't go into too much detail, but people want community from a local newsletter. They want connection. So having something up here that's pinned that is allowing people to learn a little bit about you and your mission is really, really beneficial. So that's one thing straight away that I would change. That's going to help the conversion rate. Like I said, it's going to lower the cost when it comes to ads, because more people will actually become a subscriber. So let's have a look at this newsletter. Let's see how they're writing this. So we've got 16 must-hit events that they've included. So we've got this little introduction. Then we have got our sponsorship. So this isn't for a local event. This could probably just be an affiliate link, some kind of affiliate product that they are promoting. And then we get into the newsletter itself. So we've got the subheading. I'm guessing this is emojis, and it hasn't populated. So these are emojis that the AI that wrote this picked out, but then they haven't actually, the Beehive hasn't been able to produce the emoji pictures in here. By the way, if you want to check out Beehive, this is what this newsletter is written with. It's written with Beehive as the email service provider. Use the link down in the description, because if you use that link, you get a free trial, 30 days of Beehive's paid plan, and then you can, after 30 days, go on the free plan at no cost. Or if you buy, they'll give you 20% off for 3 months because you use that particular code, that particular link. So check that out if you want to. It doesn't cost you anything extra. And like I said, you get to play around with the free plan for 30 days. So here, I quite like how they've got this set up. So we've got the event, nice and bright with the title, a bit of information, date, location, and then they've got the button there where you can reserve it. And then, so it just goes through that. Then we've got a text section. So nice and repetitive, really nice and clean, easy to read. We've got family as well. So they've got the sign up as a pop-up, which is the other way that you could do this, which is when I was saying about the featured posts up there, the 3 that you have that anyone can read. That's one of the things we could have in those, so that when people have scrolled far enough, then they put their email address here. But I can just close this and I can read it without being a subscriber. That's why it's nice to have it gated, so that people have to subscribe to be able to read it from the website. You don't have to be subscribed, so you don't have to sign in every time, I should say, if you're getting this into your inbox, because it would just appear as an email. So as you can see, they're broken it into lots of different sections. We've got all of the different events, all the information you need. And I could write this very, very quickly with AI. We get the AI to do the research, pick out the different events, put them under these headings, lay it out exactly how you want it, put the links in. And like I said, our workflow that we have does this for us in minutes. And then we've got this sign off here, and then we've got another, what I'm guessing is another ad, and this is probably for an affiliate. I actually really like this for pet insurance. Pet insurance is one of those really good affiliate offers that I recommend people put into newsletters, local newsletters, when you're starting out. Like there's a handful of businesses that we recommend, like just put this link in straight away. Don't worry that you haven't found ads. It's nice and generic, but it's pretty high ticket. You get a decent payout, and it's low stress for you to set up. So I really like that. I would definitely be recommending that you do that. And it's a best pest insurance list, can help you find the most affordable coverage. So if we open this up, this might be taking you through to one of those websites where you have all of the different types of insurance and people can compare. And then if they buy through that website, you get an affiliate kickback. So let's just have a look. Yeah, so this is exactly what I was expecting to see. So this is one of those websites where you've got all of these different plans compared. And then what will happen is that, you know, this is Money is the name of the website. And if anyone ends up clicking on one of these links and then buying, then they're going to earn from this. So that's absolutely great. That's really, really good to see. And like I said, if I wasn't able to monetize with ads, like I had an ad slot empty, or this was a new, you know, this is back in January when this person started this newsletter, then I would be putting that in. So I actually think, you know, and this is just going off my gut here, but I feel like the pet insurance might perform better than this one here with the hearing aids. I mean, I don't know about the age demographic. I mean, if this is an older age demographic, it says they're hearing aids, so I'm assuming that it's for people with poor hearing, but it might just be generally for, you know, people who want to get rid of ambient noise. But yeah, depending on the demographic, if this was sort of a demographic of people that are like 30s, 40s, 50s, I'd probably swap those two around, you know, because we're targeting tech, we're targeting comedy nights, we're targeting family, which would suggest that the pet insurance would perform better than the hearing aids. Like these look like hearing aids that somebody who's, you know, has a hearing condition or somebody who has is older would use. And then some of these sections might not be quite so relevant. So I probably swap those around. So that's the first look at this newsletter. In the next video, we're going to break down in more detail growth strategies. We're going to go through their sign up flow and monetization as well. So hopefully you got a few ideas for your local newsletter. Watch the next video because you'll be able to take any of those ideas, start your own newsletter, or make more money from it. See you in the next one.